Hey, what's up, Gamingtrend? This is Dan over here with Field Games, and I'm here with Bennett Payne, who is publishing a brand new game called Magneterra. And I got to take a look at this the other day, and I just love kind of the mechanics of it. And so I wanted to have him talk a little bit about the game. So, what do you got here?
Thanks, Dan. So this is Magneterra, and in Magneterra, you're a mage warrior. And what the object of the game is to grow your magic. And the way you grow your magic in this game is by collecting magnets off of the pillars of different heights, with the object of the game being to collect the magnet from this tallest pillar first. When you enter the game, you're not magnetically or magically strong enough to collect these higher magnets. So you roll game dice, and by the number of pips that you roll, you eventually work your way across the board to these shorter pillars. And as you get to the shorter pillar, you capture the magnet. And as you continue on and capture more magnets, you grow your magnetic strength and your magic strength in this game, as well as giving you a height advantage until you can ultimately start to capture magnets from a greater height. So you're strong in magic, but also swords and shields. So you can attack your players and your opponents. And if you deplete them of their health, you can steal half of the stack of their magnets from their figurine. Now, they're not out of the game. They just go to the edge of the board, and then they can respawn on their next turn and come back into the game. There's also risk in everything you do, so monsters will come onto the board. There's skulls on the game dice. When you have your movement action, if you roll 2 or 3 monster skulls, you can be attacked by these Cat or Thean monsters. And if they defeat you, you end up having to give them a magnet and put the magnet onto their monster card that you'll have in front of you in the game. Now, whoever defeats that monster will be able to get that magnet and put it onto their figure. So there's a lot of back and forth in this game.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. So it sounded when you were talking to me before that you really thought about the science of this and like the magnets and the design. So how did that come about? Where did the inspiration for this come from?
Well, actually, my dad emailed me and my siblings about 1.5 years ago and said, let's have a competition and see who can build a board game by Christmas. And I ordered some magnets and ball bearings and some different things from Amazon, and I had this idea of magnets and a ramp, and I set it all up, and it all came together into a monster clump, and it was a big disaster. But I'm sitting there with a stack of these magnets, drinking coffee, and there was a magnet about 2 inches away, and it suddenly jumped to the stack of magnets. And then I had the idea, wow, this is a kind of a cool concept, and let's make this a 3-dimensional game where we're trying to actually capture those magnets from the pillars.
Very cool, very cool. So it looks like there's a large grid system. Is there a variable setup mode, or do you get to move the pillars around?
That's exactly right. So the board's set up so that there's a grid around the outside, and there's a setup stage in the beginning where you can roll 6 dice, and then you can place 6 walls and 6 treasures in different random setup locations. The walls obviously obstruct your movement. The treasures, whoever gets to the treasure first can earn whatever that benefit is. Occasionally it's a monster, usually it's a benefit. A cool thing about this board setup also is that you can place these walls. You start the game with 2 of them. You can place them to slow your opponents up, but you can also place them defensively to block line of sight and prevent you being attacked by a range attack. You can see these pillars are set up in a fixed location based on the number of players and the height of the pillar. This is set up as a 4-player game in a set configuration where you start at the top of the board where all the tall pillars are, and you have to go to the other side to capture these magnets first and then work your way back. But as you become more familiar with the game, players can divide the pillars up at the start of the game and place them wherever they want to place them, with the tallest pillar being placed last, and it gives a very fresh feel to the game every time we play.
That's awesome. We always love replayability, things that we can get to the table a lot of different times. But I love the mechanics behind it. I love the science of the magnets and it growing stronger as it goes around. So where can people get more information or get a copy of Magneterra?
Yeah, so you can get information at our website, bfieldgames.com. I have a URL code, which maybe you can paste. And we're basically trying to direct people to our landing page and raise awareness ahead of our Kickstarter, which we hope is in October.
Very cool. So sounds like Kickstarter. If you guys have any more information, check out the website for Magneterra. And if for any other news, previews, and game reviews, make sure you stick on gamingtrend.com.